Hello and welcome to vlog number 91. 91. Now I'm almost not quite set up here. I was interrupted just before it started. But yeah, a couple of things you'll notice. You might notice it's not the usual camera, or it's not the new camera, it's the old one. I'll come to that later. And I am using the mic with the fluffy caterpillar. But I've got it on the table in front of me because I put it here. It seems to be too loud. And I'm out in the garden. Dull day today. It's dull today. After a nice weekend, it's a dull day. But there we have it. Okay, so what have we got? So missed from last time, which I meant to do last time. We actually had a couple of days out, Porthcawl and Weston. It's nice now, you can just go out in the car when it's just normal days, basically. And we also went to Barry a couple of nights ago. It's nice just to be able to get out and go. Good times. The Barry one was not a money spending trip. It was just down to the beach, and I think we spent about 15 quid altogether, which is a good thing. Porthcawl and Weston cost a bloody fortune because they've been in arcades all day. Oh dear. Now the dogs, of course, have had their operation recently and they're still in cones, but I'll come on to that again later. Okay, so now the fatigue I was suffering, gone. Completely gone. I had 2 days where I could completely relax. I had nothing on, nothing to do, and I could just relax, chill out, and my fatigue, constant fatigue, has gone. I'm even sleeping decently at nights, even when I'm in early mornings at the moment. I'm not on very early, but I was on earlys last week and I was getting more than 6 hours sleep a night. So that's a good thing. That's not an issue anymore. Not too bothered about the bladder, but I've been trying to get a doctor's appointment with no success due to my work and stuff. But yeah, I'll try. I'll keep trying. Now, I have added myself to a dental waiting list. So I'll know about that when I get an NHS place within 5 miles, hopefully. I could do that now I got a car. Because I do want to get my teeth sorted out. But yeah. Another thing which might be helping with the fatigue, even though I did this next bit after the fatigue had gone, is it's going to be improving my sleep anyway. I'm reducing my beer consumption. Now, I don't drink a lot anyway, but I went, normally I'd go down to Tesco, buy a bottle or two and have that in the night. I haven't even been doing that. All I'm doing now is drinking what's sent to the door. So that's the Beer 52 and the homebrew pinter. So I got one of them going, but the thing is now I'll have a beer tonight. I won't have a beer tomorrow because I'm back in work on Wednesday, and they're not going to go off. I mean, even the pinter is going to last 30 days in the fridge. So yeah, that's all good. So yeah, reduced beer. Not cutting out. Not cutting out. As long as I have control, it's fine. And you lose control, nah, that's not good. I tend to feel when I'm losing control. I don't drink a lot, even when I'm losing control, but I feel when I'm losing control and thinking this isn't good, and completely. Yes. So, a couple of things I bought. I've actually bought a game for the Switch, a new game for the Switch. There is a game with a retro feel. Ion Shift. It's quite difficult, it's quite challenging, but it's a game I can manage. A little bit awkward on the controls, but yeah. But I like it so much on the Switch, I bought it on Steam as well. Much reduced on Steam. Now I think it was £7 on the Switch and about £3.50 on Steam. So yeah. But yeah, I like that game, Ion Switch. You play the alien. You play the alien. It didn't look like that at the start, but you play the alien and you got to try and get out. Past all these security measures. I'm up to level 4 on that. So yeah, that's good. I haven't played it for a while because I haven't had time, but yeah, there's other challenges been going on, and some of those challenges have been less than ideal, let's say. Okay, and the other thing I've got something here. I've got nothing to play it on, and this is going to look out crap on the green screen because there's plenty of green on here. So no, I've not got green screen. What am I talking about? I got the real background here. So yeah, it's not green screen. But I've actually bought a vinyl record. Get on over there for the... Let's see if that'll go for the thumbnail. Yes, a vinyl record. Actually, I'll probably create a separate bit for the thumbnail. And for Cheap Show, I am getting... I've already arranged arranged. I know I'm getting a record player for Christmas. So yeah, it'll stay sealed until Christmas. I've got the digital copy. But it was limited edition. When it first came out, I was umming and ahhing and umming and ahhing. And then they said, okay, we've got 30 left over now as extras. Then get first come, first served. So I thought, why not? Why not? Okay, 30 quid, but it's vinyl. They're not cheap these days. They're not like they used to be. They used to be, you used to be able to pick them up for nothing. But no, now I know for a fact that I'm getting a record player. Not an expensive one, just a cheap thing. I might have a look out for things like that. Okay, now on to some fun. Why I'm recording with my old GoPro. My new GoPro, the touchscreen has stopped responding properly. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Got in touch with GoPro support, they sent me an RMA, so I've had to send that back. Now, I thought I'd followed the instructions, but I hadn't. I missed the fact that I had to attach the customer invoice to the outside. Thank you, Brexit, 3 times. It wasn't big enough, not that the package was big enough to do that, but I missed it completely. So when I'm following the track and it says, customer invoice, awaiting customer invoice. And then I figured out why. Brexit. Thank you, Brexit. I can understand now, with this. And the customer invoice it's not containing a few little bits. I mean, you're talking about a GoPro camera without the battery, and it's a full page packed of A4 packed with information. Yeah. Pre-Brexit, you could have just sent it, nothing, no problem at all. But anyway, I've been in contact with UPS now, and I've emailed the documents off to somebody who can deal with this, and hopefully that'll be on its way shortly, and I'll get my GoPro back within a week or so. But yeah, I'm gonna have to use this one for the next week or so until it comes back for the cycle. It can do 4K at 60, so the quality shouldn't be too much different. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so yeah, combination of Brexit and my not reading the bloody thing properly, and it's been delayed by at least 4 days. So yeah, as I was saying, pups still have cones. They weren't healing correctly. They're not bad. They were worried about them getting herniated. That hasn't happened. Sylvie was the worst. She had fluid down there. Evie was a little bit sensitive to the stitches, but they seem okay now. Both of them seem very much okay now. They got another vet appointment on Wednesday, and hopefully that'll be it for the cones. Yeah, Sylvie had an extra appointment on her own last Friday, but when they thought she was herniated, they wanted her to come back and confirmed not herniated, just fluid. So that's good. So hopefully we'll have them back to normal soon, which is absolutely mental. With the cones, with them running around with the cones, because they don't walk, they run. They tear around like silly buggers. And with the cones on there, they're just knocking everything off. Anyway, now, one little comic thing before I go on to the shout-outs. It's a pretty short vlog this time. Not much has been happening, really. So, yeah. So, anyway, AOL. I've been seeing a lot in the news, and in the news I take interest in, my hobby, retro computing and stuff. AOL is is discontinuing dial-up. I thought dial-up was discontinued in the UK years ago. I think the last one who did it was BT Yahoo. I did a little bit of research on there, and apparently that page is dead now. So whether it still exists or not, I don't know. But I certainly can't find any way to sign up for one. Not that I want to. I don't miss dial-up. But anyway, this is in the US, and companies have been discontinuing dial-up. Big companies have been discontinuing dial-up over the years to absolutely no fanfare. I mean, as I say, in the UK, it's basically all but completely vanished, to no fanfare. Why are AOL so special? They were the running joke even when I got in the internet in 1995. Yeah, they got popular. They got popular because they shot free discs all over the place. But no, flipping heck. What makes them so bloody special that they get all this attention? Dial-up was a stopgap. It was a clunky way to access the internet for us geeks back in the day. The internet actually didn't become properly useful, until broadband, when it was an always-on connection. Dial-up, I have no actual nostalgia over. I got nostalgia there, but it's not something I want to go back to. because it was slow, it was clunky, it was unreliable. And today's internet is practically impossible without on that sort of speed. You just can't do it. Anyway, so that's most of the vlog done. Oh, there we are. That's bloody quick. I mean, what have we got? We got 10 minutes in. So, shout outs then. Yes, okay. So on to the shout outs to people who have commented on my videos in the last 3 weeks. I'm going to put this up there so I'm looking more at the camera. I got paper. I print it out on paper. Yeah, I even use a paper, a pencil and notepad this morning. Okay, so these are Cauldron of Stardust, John Avery, Jambon Emmental, What Ho Snorkers, The Stuff Made, Colin Thompson, Mark Blaster, Signosis STG, Lucas Rainford, Mithudeb 2516, Steve's Gaming Part 2, Saltya Pasta, Robert's Retro Gaming, Milty Swinbuckle, and Lego Asponia. I think Lego Asponia was commenting on an old Amiga video. But yeah, no, it wasn't. That was on Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair comparison, Main versus Daphne. Yes. So, yeah, right. I'm just going to acknowledge about the actual crap storm that's going on in the world, because the world is basically knackered. Especially, you know, you got UK with its Online Safety Act, which is knackering things up for everybody. You got, I'm going to say it, the fascist regime, the uprising fascist regime in the US. You got basically the same sort of thing in Ukraine, Russia, and that's they're making noises, but they're not making any action to stop in this bloody war. And of course, you got the genocide over in the Middle East. Yeah, not good. You know, let's just, yeah, I got no solutions. I'm just me. I'm just a 60-year-old grump who's into retro computers. I have an opinion and I can state it here, and that's all I can do. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter who you vote these days; they're all just as bad. But anyway, off of the politics. Yeah. I don't really want to finish on a down note. But yes, okay. Yeah. I'm not going to finish on a down note. I'm going to spend some time in the pool later. There we go. I won't have a beer. I did yesterday afternoon. I won't have a beer because yeah, I'm gonna ease back now. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little thing in the pool, mow the garden, and get on with things. And until the next time, 3 weeks time. Thank you for watching and listening to this grumpy old bugger. Ta-ra for now.